about this situation. And I get it, but the thing is, he's not making overtures that any of us have seen or heard about to try to get his cut released through Warner Brothers, get it, because there could be something where you can add it like a special edition Justice League or special edition whatever, and you attach the Snyder cut. That's, if WB was smart, that's, well, I'm not saying if they were, I'm saying a smart thing for WB to do would be to add that cut to Justice League down the road, maybe.
I totally agree with that.
Like a special edition, right? Because then you can compare both films and still like denigrate Justice League if you want, but it's made its money. It's made what it's going to make.
Right.
And it was a failure. So what do you lose attaching the Snyder cut and then making more money off that Snyder cut?
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Casual fans maybe go, the Justice League that could have been.
Yeah, the 3-hour Justice League.
The hardcore fans, this is what's interesting. I think Zack Snyder, I think he's in, I'm with him on this.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I look at the box office of Batman v Superman, 872.7 million worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know in what universe Warner Brothers looks at that as a failure and I need to fire Zack Snyder in the middle of Justice League.
That's a good point.
I have no idea why they would do that. And here's the thing. Batman v Superman is and has been inching higher and higher with me. I am enjoying that movie more and more when I watch it. And I know we had that great, if you want to check it out another time, Roke and I sat down for a debate, Batman v Superman versus Justice League. I picked BVS, you picked Justice League, and we had a great talk. Now, I just think about that, and it just makes me go, what in the world? Why wouldn't they take for $872 million? That's almost $1 billion worldwide, and yet they were reactionary. This is why I am on Zack Snyder's side when he goes, I'm going to go on Vero. And I'm going to do this.
Yeah, he's going to mess with them.
Because he had some passion. And there are a lot of fans out there, you referenced the Batman thing.
Yeah.
And it never bothered me. I'm not a Batman purist, I guess, but maybe you would call it, because I look at all the other films in the Batman series and it's like he's killing people left and right.
Right.
I don't get it. I think that's just the culture we're in right now, that somebody puts it on Twitter and all it becomes it's a megaphone and everybody jumps in.
Right.
Because and everybody rightly so brought up Batman and Batman Returns, like putting some dynamite down the guy's thing, punching him and pushing him over, and then Michael Keaton walks away smiling. That was Batman for me. Superman and Batman were always the movie versions for me growing up. 1978, Superman being my favorite superhero movie of all time. So I never got behind that. It was, for me, I just loved what he was doing. It felt so different from Marvel. And I appreciated the giant swings he was taking. That Batman v Superman was dark as shit. And I dug it.
I will admit something to you, and this is no lie.
Yeah.
Since Aquaman and Shazam, I have grown in my appreciation of BVS.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to tell me James Wan was taking big swings with Aquaman,
right?
If you're going to use that reasoning for why you like that mess of a movie and not give credit to Snyder for doing the same thing in BVS, then I'm confused by your approach to this situation. And also, the reason Batman gets away with killing in the films that he does. And by the way, Superman, at the end of Superman, the movie, he violates the laws of time in a personal...
Do not interfere, said Jor-El.
He becomes personal to save Lois. What Clark does in Man of Steel is save a family and a city from this maniac. Right? What Clark does in Superman the movie is to save his girlfriend. There's a difference here. You know? And so to me, those are the things you can go either way. Is it Team Bucky or Team Iron Man? Or Team Cap or Team Iron Man, right? Can you sacrifice the whole team for your best friend? It's your choice. But to me, neither one of those films in that decision are necessarily clean. So they're equal in that way. And also, the Batman stuff, the reason those deaths are looked past is because they're done in a comical way. It's still death. He's still killing people and skipping along right past it. So it is your mentality as you watch the movie that you're accepting these deaths in a way it's presented in the Batman Tim Burton movies, but not accepting the deaths in the way they're presented in the Zack Snyder movies because you're offended by the brutality of that. But that's the reality of what he was trying to create.
That was the point of the movie. That was the juxtaposition of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Superman's not going to kill because of what he learned in Man of Steel.
Right.
Right? He breaks
Never
Zod's
again.
neck. Never again. I'm
Right,
not doing that. And
right.
that's what I love. I never got behind that movement of Man of Steel where Superman doesn't kill. And I said, well, you know what? He was faced with the ultimate decision. He did it.
On his first
go around.
His first battle.
His first go around.
Yeah.
And then not only that, I love it when there's a little subtext to this. He's killing the last of his kind.
Yeah.
And that scream of agony is exactly what I would probably do.
Absolutely.
And then that shaped him to BVS.
Yeah.
And Batman's killing, and Superman goes, no. That's not how we do it here. Not in my world.
Right.
They fight. They realize, and I know the Martha moment. Yeah, it still doesn't work for me either.
Yep.
But it happens nonetheless. Batman then changes.
Yeah.